Now, before I start this video, I have to make a few things clear. You saw the title of the video. I'm going to be ranking all the main Geometry Dash levels, and here are the rules. Rule number 1, subscribe. Rule number 2, I can only rank these levels from these 4 categories: gameplay, decoration, coin route, and music. I'm comparing the coin route to the gameplay, and I'm not ranking them by order. Alright, Stereo Madness. Now, there's not much to say about this level since it's the first ever main level excluding Ultimate Destruction, but I'll try to rate it as best as I can. Now, the gameplay of this level is obviously easy, and personally, I really like it. It's a nice introduction to the game for new players, and I just like it. The coins are pretty easy to find, and it's not too different from the rest of the level. In difficulty, that is. But I can't say the same for the last one. It's pretty hard to find if you don't look at a YouTube video, and I don't think you're going to be focused on the top of your screen when you're trying to dodge a bunch of blocks and spikes. Now, to be honest, I really like the music. Especially as it goes, the music gets better and better. There's not much to say about the music, so here's my rating. Now, with the decor, there's not really that much decor because, like I said, this is the first Geometry Dash level. So, there's not really that much decor. I mean, I guess you could count the little things coming out from under the blocks. But other than that, there's not that much. But overall, I rate this a 5.5. That's pretty good. Okay, we're at Can't Let Go, the level we've all struggled at as a new player. There's no way you haven't struggled on this, especially the coins, but I'll get to that soon. But first, the gameplay. Really repetitive, just like the gameplay right now. Just a bunch of flat blocks. And even in this section, it just is so repetitive. So repetitive, I'm stuttering. And this just goes on for basically the whole level. Now, I should add on the ship section. That's kind of fun, but one ship section, and then it just goes back to the blocks. I really think they should have changed up the gameplay a little. 3 out of 10. Now, about the coins. If we're comparing the third coin route to the rest of the gameplay, the third coin route would win as the hardest, at least in my opinion. The first time I played this, it took me so long to figure out where that third coin was. But the relief when I figured it out was unimaginable. But with the first coin route, you kinda have to accidentally fall in order to figure that out. Unless you watch a YouTube video. Now again, there's not much decor because this was in the early days of Geometry Dash. I mean, I guess you could count the chains on the top of some of the blocks. But other than that, pretty much zero decor. Now with the music. If you played Can't Let Go, you know how repetitive the music is. Just the same tune over and over and over throughout the whole level. The tune just does not change. And on top of the difficult gameplay, I don't want to keep on dying and having to listen to the same tune over and over and over again. 0.9. But my overall rating is a 2.6. Alright, time for the forgotten level. I don't see anyone talking about Dry Out anymore. It's like everybody forgot about it. But anyway, time for the gameplay. So in case you didn't know, this level introduced the gravity portals. Basically, the yellow portal makes you go up, and the blue portal makes you go down. but the green portal does both, and whatever gravity you're on, it reverses it. Just a short portal tutorial. Now I think the gameplay is really balanced. Throughout the whole level it stays the same difficulty, but I don't know what RobTop was doing when he rated this as normal. This should be hard, but there's not much else to say about the gameplay. Now with the coins. With the first coin, again, you have to accidentally fall in order to figure that out unless you watch a video. And that third coin, we don't talk about that third, one of the hardest coins in the main levels.
And you can't change my mind.
That third coin difficulty does not match with the rest of the gameplay. But I still like it, and I like the other coins, so. Now with the music, I actually really enjoy this music, especially around the final parts of the level. It's not my favorite song, but I think it's pretty good. I really like the rhythm and the tune. Now once again, there's no decor here, so yeah, 1. But my final rating is a 6. I guess you could say it's time for a time machine. Get it? This level is something. First of all, with the gameplay, a lot of triple spikes. Too many. There's about 20 of those triple spikes. But other than the triple spikes, this level is actually really good. This does feel a little more on the insane difficulty side, but I could see how it could be harder. Although this level is really hard on certain parts, at least just for me, the gameplay I think does need a little work on those parts. I've said what I need to say, and I rate this a 5 for gameplay. Now we're getting somewhere with the decor. First of all, thought I should mention this. The little monster creatures hidden in the level. That's a pretty cool touch. And again, like in the last levels, the chains, the little things sticking out from the blocks. I don't know what to call them. You know what I'm talking about, the little pulse pulls. I guess those count as decoration. So, this is what I rated. Now for the music. This is one of my favorite songs. I love the beat, the rhythm, everything. 10 out of 10. Now for the coins. The first coin, I actually think is pretty clever. You know, you have to time the jump from the pillar. That second coin I thought was impossible when I first saw it. But yeah, I rate the coins a good 5 out of 10. And with that, my overall score is an 8.2 out of 10. We are now here at Electrodynamics, another level you have surely struggled on. Now, if you don't know, this level introduces the speed portals. Just these, I guess you could say, portals that make you faster, depending on which one you use. Now, first let's talk about the rating. This should not just be an insane. This should just be a flat-out demon. Now with the gameplay. The gameplay isn't really that enjoyable in my opinion, but I think the speed portals save it a little. That's all I have to say about it. The music is really good in my opinion. I like the beat and it matches the name Electrodynamics. It's just an overall great song. Now this is a lot of decor. I don't even think I could cover all of this. I'm just gonna say what I like. I like the rings around the orbs. I like the arrows pointing at where you need to go. Though it does look a little bit ugly on certain parts of the level. Yeah, I can't name all of this. Now for the coins. The third coin I think is the hardest. I don't know if it's because it's the last part of the level, my heart is beating fast, I don't know, in my opinion, it seems like the hardest. The easiest, I think, is the second coin. That coin is pretty clever too. But there's not really that much to say about the coins. So, yeah. But my overall rating for this level is a 6.8. Now with the funkiest clutter of them all. But before I get into this, I feel like I have to say, just because I'm pointing out that you have to watch a video in order to find out where the coins are, that doesn't affect the rating. That's why they're called secret coins. So I just want to point that out. Now, with the gameplay. The gameplay of this level is decently difficult. Now, if you don't know, this level introduces the mini and big portal. The mini portal is purple and it makes you mini. Well, purplish pink. And the big portal is green. And so this level introduces those portals. Those portals are one of my favorite game modes. And I think this also introduces the saws. Now, I've experienced some glitches in the gameplay of this level, and I mean a lot, so this gameplay is a little glitchy. Now with the coin routes. We all know how hard the first coin is. The hardest strafe I ever did when I first started playing this. But you know what? Hard doesn't always mean bad. And I personally think it's pretty good. I think they could give it a little more space, but And I think the second coin is really clever. That's all I have to say about it. Now with the decor, I really love the clouds and the stars around the level. But you know what I don't like? The squiggly blocks that kill you. Or squiggly spikes, whatever you want to call them. They just look so ugly to me, but that's just my opinion. Now with the music, this isn't really one of my favorites, but I love this part of the song. That is my favorite part of the song. I don't know why it's so good. But my overall rating is a 6.
Time for Cycles, my used to be favorite level.
Now with the gameplay, if you didn't know, this level introduces the ball game mode, which is my favorite game mode. Now once again, like in Time Machine, RobTop decided to spam triple spikes everywhere in the level. But it's not really as much as in Time Machine. But what I really like about the gameplay, in a specific part, was the ship part. It has some really nice rhythm with the song. Now with the coins, I think all 3 of the coins are pretty clever. Especially the third one. It's one of my favorite coins. A coin route. But anyway, I don't think the coins are too difficult or too easy compared to the rest of the gameplay, and I honestly think they're pretty perfect. Now with the music, we have another case of the annoying repetitive tune. I don't want to keep on dying and have to hear the same exact tune over and over again. Like I said with Can't Let Go, and you could be better than Can't Let Go. But around the end, the song gets a little better, and the instrumental changes a little bit. I guess the whole song is an instrumental, but you know what I mean. The song changes a little bit. I'm just gonna skip decor, shall we? Because there's no point in doing it. But my overall rating is a 5.7. It's now time for Back on Track. The level, which I personally think is easier than Stereo Madness. By the way, if you made it all the way here in the video, make sure to subscribe. I know I've hidden secret Easter eggs around the video. Why don't you comment and see if you got all of them? Just a fun little game. Now about the gameplay. Super easy. So easy it's barely even fun. I don't even know what else to say about the gameplay. Now this song is a little repetitive, but this one is a little different because the tune that keeps playing is very catchy. This used to be my favorite song when I first started playing, and I get why. Let's just skip the chorus, shall we? Now with the coins, the second one is just as easy as the rest of the level. But I can't say the same for the first and last one. Well, not so much for the last one, but the first one for me when I first started playing this, it was the hardest coin. And all you had to do was just stop clicking. And that was hard for me because I couldn't find where that blue pad was. But the rest of the coins, they're fine. But my overall rating is a 5.2. I guess you can say I'm polar to my Geist. Get it? As in the name of the level. I was relating to the name of the level. Okay, but for real, here's the gameplay. Now, if you didn't know, this level introduces the orbs, which I really like, so I guess that's a plus. Now, the gameplay isn't really that different from like the other levels. It's just the same stuff, just hopping on the flat blocks over and over. And there's not really that much to say about the gameplay. It is some pretty unique gameplay for the first ship with all the blocks floating in the air. But other than that, if we just name every single old level's gameplay, it's gonna be kinda bland. And I know some people are saying,
Hey, why are you skipping gameplay and decor? Like, is it gonna affect the rating? This isn't fair.
I'm sorry, these are the older levels, and not a lot of stuff was added to the game, and it's kind of bland. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to skip those two things. And no, it's not going to affect the score of any of those older levels. We are still gonna add those for the newer levels, because they actually have neat gameplay and better decor. Now for the coins, we all know the third coin is one of the hardest coins in the game, and it's not up for debate. And it definitely does not match with the rest of the gameplay. And this is normal difficulty. Normal. The other coins match with the gameplay, and I actually think they're really clever. Like Back on Track, around the end is my favorite part, and it's really catchy, along with the tune, but this isn't really a song I would actually put on. Like, what I mean is I wouldn't go on Spotify and click on this song. Now it's time for Base After Base, one of my used to be favorite levels. And don't mind Tails up there, he's just chilling. So let's go. I already know what the hardest coin in the game is, in my opinion, but the first coin in this level is probably the easiest coin in the entire game, in my opinion, and you can't change my mind. The second one is a secret coin, and is a really secret coin. I had to be told where that coin was from one of my family members. Or you could just watch a video, which I've already said 10,000 times. But being a secret doesn't really make it hard, and it matches with the rest of the gameplay. But for the first time, the first coin is easier than the rest of the gameplay. And for the third coin, all you have to do is hold. It's as easy as that. It's outrageous. Now with the music, we have another case of the repeated tune. Sure, the beat picks up in the middle all the way to the end, but it's still the same tune over and over. Sure, the gameplay isn't that hard, so you won't have to keep dying and keep having to listen to the same tune. But still, if you watch this video from the start to now, then you know I don't like repeated tunes. But I do have to give it to them, the tune is catchy at the same time. I guess you could say you're the X to my step.
You better stop! You better stop!
Okay, I'll stop. But starting with the coins. Now, all the coins in this one aren't too easy or too hard from the rest of the gameplay. But when I first started playing this, I used to think the second and the third coin were impossible. But I honestly think the third and second coin are pretty clever. Those are near perfect spots to put coins. Now with the music, this isn't really something I would want to listen to. I don't really like the tune. I mean, the beat is pretty good, I'll give it that, but no. Now time for Dash. Now if you didn't know, this level was released in the 2.2 update. And it added so many things that I cannot list all of them right now. This is probably the best gameplay yet. It has so many unique sections. The second spider part, the swing copter, and RobTop added so many other things like the rotate trigger and a bunch of other triggers that make the gameplay just better. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with this gameplay. The decor is also amazing. There are so many new blocks and stuff, it's just amazing. And I think just by watching me play Dash right now, you'll be able to see what I mean throughout the level. Even the music is great. I like the background noises throughout the song. And it is definitely a song I would normally listen to. And I have to point out, it's extremely remix worthy. You can say I'm glazing this level all you want, I don't care. Now for the coins, all of the coins are secret coins, and I think they're very clever. Like, I literally think all the coins are clever. They are easier than the rest of the gameplay, especially the third coin, because literally all you have to do is continuously tap, which you're doing throughout the whole level. But they're pretty clever. Now for Finger Dash. Now the reason behind its name, if you didn't know, this level introduces the Dash Orbs. You just tap the screen on the orbs and it makes you dash. Now I really like the gameplay in this level for a few specific reasons. It's super fun, especially the wave part where you have to collect the mini coins in order to get the big coin. I like that part. And also the first ship part. I like what they're doing with the rotation triggers. Overall, just some really fun gameplay. Now for the music. If anyone in the comments can tell me what this girl is saying in this song, I will personally shout you out in my next video. But other than her blabbering, I really like this song, especially the instrumental. In this specific part. It's just like, do you hear the instrumental? It's amazing. They really did good with the beat and tune. Now, like I mentioned before, I really like the part where you have to collect the mini coins before you can get the big coin. Yeah, I really like that part. And honestly, I don't really think any of the coins are easier or harder than the rest of the gameplay. I honestly admire the lava-themed level. It really fits with the song. And those little rock blocks are one of my favorite blocks in the game. Now you have to notice the little fireballs popping out of the lava. I think RobTop did a good job on this level. This level, in my opinion, is the hardest main level in the game. Now, if you didn't know, this level has the first ever boss fight in the entire game. What I like about this level is the first ship. Sure, it's recycled gameplay from Space Pirates, but it's still one of my favorite parts a level could have. Like, just slap one of those parts on your level, I instantly like it. And I like the use of portals in this level. Now with the coins, I honestly think they're easier than the rest of the gameplay. Especially the third coin if you get the hang of it. The second coin is super easy. And all you have to do for the first one is get the key and go inside the wall. Now with the music, I might make everyone mad for what I'm about to say, but I don't really like the music. I don't really like the tune or the melody. And it's just like not a song I would like to listen to. Like I wouldn't really put on this song. But that's just my opinion. Now with the decor, automatically I'm just gonna say I love what they did with the background colors. Like throughout the whole level, RobTop did great with this level. I don't know for sure, but I think this level introduced the shine. You know what I'm talking about. The shine RobTop spammed on every orb and portal of this level. That's really all I have to say for this level. Now for Geometrical Dominator, one of my favorite levels. And if you didn't know, this level introduces the robot game mode and the rainbow blocks. Oh, and also those monsters. Now with the gameplay, when I think of Geometrical Dominator, there's one thing that comes to mind. The memory part. One of the hardest parts in the game. I think I could speak for all of us when I say we thought it was impossible when we first started playing Geometry Dash. And you can't change my mind. It will forever hold the title of one of the most annoying parts in all of the main GD levels. It will go down in history. But I really liked what they did with some of the other parts in the level. I like the part when you have to touch all the green things to open passageways when you're the mini UFO and the ball. I just really like what he did with the gameplay. It's really fun in my opinion. When I first heard this song, I could not get it out of my head, and not in a bad way. This song is incredible in my opinion. Just some of the background noises are great. There's a lot going on, but not too much going on. I like it. Now with the decor. Now like I said before, this level introduces the rainbow blocks, which aren't my favorite blocks, but they sure are colorful. Now in this level, I really like the use of clouds and rainbows. It just fits so well with the level. Now RobTop did spam a bunch of chomping monsters everywhere in the level, but we love chomping monsters. Now there's not really that much else to say about the decor. I mean, it looks amazing, but yeah. Now with the coins, you know what I think is a very clever secret coin? The first coin. Like, it's so clever that you have to like jump on the pillar and then do it. And none of the coins seem easier or harder than the rest of the gameplay, which is good. Now for theory of everything 2. Now with the gameplay, I don't know what RobTop was thinking when he decided to spam a bunch of invisible blocks everywhere in the level, but that just made it so much harder and way less fun to play. When I first started playing this level, the only thing that annoyed me the most were the invisible blocks. But aside from the invisible blocks, there's not really that much unique gameplay compared to all of the other main levels. There's not really that much to say about the gameplay, so yeah. Now with the decor, I really like the shine coming down from all of the orbs in this one. It looks so good. And also the blocks. I really like the blocks. I don't know why. I don't really have much to say about the decor in this level. Now, time for Hexagon Force. Now if you didn't know, this level introduces the dual portal. Basically, you enter the portal, and voila, there's 2 of you, and the second guy's colors are inverted. Now with the gameplay, I really like this gameplay because of the dual portal. On some parts, you have to focus on 2 of them at the same time, but on other parts, you really just have to focus on one, and both of you will get out safe. And what I really like about this is if one of you dies, the other one dies, so you have to keep them both alive. Now that I really think about this level, there's nothing really different about the gameplay except the dual portals. The coins in this level are clever, but they're way easier than the rest of the gameplay. Except for maybe the second one. And that's really all I have to say for this. You know, for a level called Hexagon Force, the only thing hexagonic about it is the background. The actual level has a bunch of circles, triangles, and squares. But I do really like the blocks in this level. Now for Electro Man Adventures, a level that holds one of my favorite songs in the game. As a matter of fact, let me just do the music first. Now I love the music in this level for one reason. The tune! It has such a good tune! It will not go unrewarded for having such a good tune! That's really all I have to say about it. I don't like anything but the tune! This is definitely some confusing gameplay if it's your first time playing with the breakthrough blocks. You know what I'm talking about, the blocks you could break through. But enough about new players, this gameplay is actually really fun. And I don't know what else to say about it, so Now with the coins, I think the first coin is really clever. Even though you just have to hold to get there. Or hold at a certain point. Though I do think the coins are a little bit easier than the rest of the gameplay. It's still pretty good. Now for Theory of Everything. Now if you didn't know, this level introduces the UFO game mode. Now I like that they take advantage of the new game mode in this level. This is some fun UFO gameplay. This level has some pretty clever coins. But it took me forever to find where that third coin was when I first started playing this game. But that's alright. The coin's difficulty don't seem too different from the rest of the gameplay. But I can't say the same for the second coin. That is way harder than the rest of the gameplay. Now with the decor of this level, this has a theme that I don't really know how to explain. Like it has a different theme than the rest of the levels. I think you know what I mean. And I like this mysterious theme. And I also really like the blocks they're using. I don't know what it's called, but it looks really good. Now for Clubstep, the first demon level. Now if you didn't know, this level introduces the invisible blocks. The blocks that disappear and reappear every second. Now for the gameplay is honestly really easy, seeing that it's a demon level. It's not too easy and it's not too hard. It should be an insane, but I could see how it could be a demon. Now there's not much to say about the gameplay except I love the final parts of the level, and I love the song in the final parts of the level, but I'll get to the song soon. Now with the music, this is my favorite dubstep ever. It's so remix worthy, and it's just overall a great song. And believe it or not, I actually listen to this song almost daily. Now with the coins, the first coin is way easier than the rest of the gameplay. It's ridiculous. And the third coin. The second coin is harder, but it's still a little easier than the rest of the gameplay. We can't talk about the decor without talking about these Clubstep monsters. Those monsters are legendary. Oh, and I also love the new blocks they're using. It really fits with the level. Now we are at Jumper, the last level I'm ranking. So yeah, let's go. Now with the coins, we all know how hard the first coin was when we first started playing this game. It was equivalent to a frame perfect to me back then, but I got the hang of it, and it's not too easy or too hard compared to the rest of the gameplay. And the second coin, in my opinion, is really clever, but is really easy compared to the rest of the gameplay. And with the third coin, I think it's relatively the same compared to the rest of the gameplay. I mean, all you have to do is stay low to the ground and eventually you'll get the coin. Now with the music, I wouldn't really put on this song normally, but it's not like I don't like the song, you know? I don't really know how else to say it. Well guys, this is the end of the video, and I thank you so much for just clicking on the video. And if you watch this video from start to end, thank you so much, and congratulations. You earned absolutely nothing, but I would really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Preferably subscribe, because this took so long to edit. I started editing this on November 29th.
We do not care.
As I'm recording this message, it is December 17th.
Damn.
So yeah, I've spent a lot of time on this, a lot of hard work, so I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Now, I'm gonna head out, but you have a good day. Oh, and one more thing. I can't stress this enough. This is my opinion. If you don't agree with it, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do about it. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. Alright, bye.